Okay, so hello everyone, welcome back to our class. And today we are going to discuss about teaching reading. This is one of our materials in our class English language teaching. All right, so by the end of our class, you are expected to be able to explain the key theories of teaching reading. So these theories from the foundations of effective reading instructions and will guide our practice. And the second one, you need to be able to identify pre, during, and also post reading stages. Okay, so these activities are very essential for engaging students at different stages of the reading process. And the third one is you need to be able to design interactive reading activities. Okay. And then the last one is conduct a short micro teaching session. So this is a great opportunity for you to apply what we have learned in a practical setting. All right, before we continue, I have a questions for you. I want you to name three things that help you understand a text. What can be? All right. So, yes, these are components of reading comprehension. Okay. So, understanding a text involves more than just reading the words on a page, but there are three essential components that enhance our comprehension. The first one is vocabulary knowledge. Okay. So, knowing the meaning of words is foundational. Okay, it allows us to grasp the text surface meaning and connect with its deeper insights. And the second one is background knowledge or scheme. All right, so our personal experiences and prior knowledge or prior learning shape how we interpret what we read. So this context enriches our understanding, okay, and allows us to relate personally to materials. And the third one is reading purpose. So knowing why we are reading influences our focus and we whether we are reading for pleasure or to gather information or to analyze critically. So this purpose guides our attention and also strategy. So by focusing on these elements, we set ourselves up for a more meaningful and insightful reading experiences. Okay, so let's go to this one. What is actually reading? All right. So reading is more than just processing words on a page. It's a dynamic interaction between the reader, the text, and the reader's own background knowledge. So, this combination makes reading a unique experience for everyone. All right, at its core, reading involves both decoding, which is translating text into understandable language, and constructing meaning from what we read. So it's this meaning making process that truly brings a text to life, allowing us to engage with it on a deeper level. So think of reading as an interactive process. All right. So it's like a conversation between you and the text where your knowledge and experiences inform how you understand and interpret what's written. Okay, so as we move forward, we will explore how closely reading and making logical inferences can enhance our understanding. But for now, remember, reading is a rich interactive journey of discovery. Okay, so let's now go to models of reading. There are three models that we are going to discuss today. The first one is bottom up model. All right, so you need to think of it as building a house from the ground up. So you start with the bricks, individual words in this case, and slowly build up to understanding the whole structure. Okay, and the second one is top down model. So top down. So this one's all about leveraging what you already know. And imagine you are a detective using clues from your past experiences to make sense of a new mystery. This model allows readers to predict and infer meaning based on prior knowledge. All right. And the third one is interactive model. So just like a conversation is a dynamic process where decoding words and using prior knowledge work together to construct meaning. Okay. So these models remind us that reading is not just about processing text, but engaging with it in a meaningful way. Okay, so let's now talk about scheme theory. What is actually scheme theory? So, scheme theory is all about harnessing the power of our prior knowledge to make sense of what we read. All right, so think of it this way: when teachers activate student scheme before reading, they're essentially setting the stage for deeper comprehension. By encouraging activities like brainstorming or posing prediction questions, so they help build a bridge between what the reader already knows and the new information in the text. Okay, so this approach not only prepares students but also makes the reading experience more engaging and meaningful. So, as we move forward, please consider how activating scheme can transform the way we interpret text and connect with their contents. All right, so there are actually these types of reading. Okay, we will discuss one by one. There are four that we're going to discuss. So the first one is scheming. All right, scheming is like a quick overview. It's all about capturing the general idea without diving into every detail. Imagine flipping through a magazine to get the keys of the articles. And scanning is your go to when you need specific information quickly. So think of it as searching for a friend's name in a long list. So have you ever scanned a document for just one piece of information? It's just like that. All right. And intensive reading here, it requires more focus. Okay. So it's all about detailed comprehension, often used in academic settings or when studying for an exam. So this type of reading ensures we understand the text entirely. All right. So the last one is extensive reading. So it's all about enjoyment and also fluency. It's when you read a novel or a blog post just because you want to. Okay, uh, and it helps improve language skills naturally over time. So yes, when did the last time you read something just for fun? Okay, so each type of reading has its place and enhances our ability to process information in different contexts. Okay, so let's just directly discuss the reading activities. Okay, So for the reading pace, pre, during, and pause. And the first one we talk about pre-reading for the scheme activity. So how we do activate scheme? All right. First, we can start by giving opening questions. Okay, so these questions are designed to spark curiosity and get those mental wheels turning. So it's like warm up for the brain. Okay, and then next we can show a title or a picture or even a short video related to the text. So this visual or auditory cue helps students form initial connections and sets context before diving into the reading. All right, so finally, students can predict the content. This can be done individually or in a group. And here's the exciting part is when students make predictions, they become active participants in the learning process, which boosts engagement and retention. So these activities are not just about preparing for reading, they are about enhancing the overall learning experience. So let's make our reading sessions lively and also interactive. Okay, so next second activity is during reading. We talk about skimming. All right. So as we move into during reading activities, let's focus on skimming practice. So this exercise is all about developing the ability to quickly grasp the main idea of a text. We begin by providing students with a text that has 400 or to 500 words long. They will have just 3 minutes to read through it. So encourage them to focus on speed and understanding the overall message rather than getting caught up in details. Okay, so after reading, students will distill the a sense of what they have read into a single sentence that captures the main idea. So this activity not only improves reading speed but also enhances summarization skills, which are crucial in academic and real world setting. Okay, so ask the students to share their sentences with the class. You can ask them. This will not only build confidence but also allow for a discussion on different interpretations of the text main idea. All right, next, let's discuss our next reading activity focusing on scanning. Okay, so here we will provide specific questions related to the text, and the goal is for students to quickly locate the answers within it. So this helps them develop the skill of scanning, which is crucial for efficient reading. Once students have completed this task, okay, we'll have a discussion about the strategies they used. This reflection helps reinforce effective reading techniques and encourages students to share their methods with each other, fostering a collaborative learning environment. Remember, this exercise is all about speed and precision, so locating information quickly without reading every word. All right? Okay, so let's go to as we move into intensive reading. Let's focus on a deeper understanding of the text. Okay, so our primary goal here is to identify the author's main argument. This will help us grasp the text core message and intention. Next, we will delve into finding the supporting details. These details are crucial as they bolsters the main argument, and provide us with evidence or examples. As we go through this, think about how these details connect back to the central theme. Okay, and lastly, we will analyze the vocabulary in context and identify the author's purpose. Okay, so understanding vocabulary in context can improve comprehension and give us insights into the nuances of the text. And knowing the author's purpose will allow us to see the text from their perspective, enriching our understanding. Remember, this is about engaging with the text on a deeper level. Feel free to note any questions or observations you have as we progress. Okay, so let's just directly go to activity 2. This is the crucial in solidifying students' understanding and fostering deeper connections with the materials. This is the post reading part. Okay, so first, we'll connect the topic to real life context. This step helps students relate the reading to their own experiences, making the content more relevant and memorable. Okay, so encourage them to think about how the theme or issues in the text apply to their own lives of current events. Next, students will engage in small group discussions. So, these discussions are a great opportunity for them to share their thoughts and interpretations. So, encourage them to listen actively to one another and consider different perspectives. This collaborative exchange often leads to richer insights and deeper learning. After the group discussions, we'll come together as a class to share opinions. This is a chance for students, okay, to express their viewpoints and hear a broader range of ideas. So encourage open dialogue and respect for diverse opinions. Finally, students will write a summary of what they have read. So this activity helps consolidate their learning and ensures they can express their understanding clearly and concisely. So remind them to include the main argument and key details in their summaries. So these post-reading activities are designed to enhance comprehension and critical thinking skills that are valuable both inside and outside the classroom. So let's make the most of them. Okay? All right, so this is the micro teaching for the micro teaching and simulations. So you will be divided into group of 4 and 5 students. You can do this one and choose B1 level text 500 to 900 Lexile. You can see it works as the for your ideas for the text, and you need to design pre, during, post reading text, and you need to teach for 10 to 15 minutes and receive peer feedback. So the criteria for the peer feedback, okay, it's about like clarity of instructions and students' engagement, use of reading techniques, time management, and language use. In this case, is B1 appropriateness. Okay. Okay, so after you have done your micro teaching, the other groups, this is the reflection questions that you can use to give comments to the groups that have the group of students who have presented their parts, okay, in their micro teaching. Okay, so I think that's all for today about the materials that cover our meeting today. It's about teaching reading. Okay, and see you next meeting. Thank you.